Today I'm going to show you how we not only painted our bathroom vanity, but also the countertop. Just wait until you see the faux marble finish. You'll want to recreate this project ASAP in your own home. After turning off the water supply and unhooking the water lines, you can remove your bathroom vanity. If you can, I totally recommend moving the vanity out of your house to work on it. You can get a beautiful, smooth coat of paint by using a paint sprayer, and it is much easier if you can do this outdoors. It's also much easier to remove your faucet and drain if you can get access from behind. Our vanity was heckin' heavy, so we had to get furniture sliders to help us out. Once I got it out in the garage, I was able to easily remove the hardware, sand, and clean the vanity. I taped off the edges and covered the countertop with plastic to protect from overspray. I didn't worry about taping off the inside of the vanity or the drawers because I planned to use leftover wallpaper on the drawer sides. When it's time to paint, my best tip is to use a paint sprayer. I've had this cheap one from Amazon for years and it works great. I've painted an entire kitchen, all the cabinets, and many pieces of furniture flawlessly with it. I've linked this handy dandy one in the description of this video. I used a quality paint with a primer, so I was able to skip the priming. You may want to go ahead and prime if you're planning to paint a light color onto a really dark surface. When you start painting, use quick sweeping motions back and forth to paint your vanity. Don't try to get full coverage on the first pass. You can come back and fill in on your second pass. I used Benjamin Moore paint and this stuff worked beautifully. Investing in quality paint does make a difference. This tiny can costs $30, but look at this gorgeous green. Seriously, just look at the beautiful finish on these drawer fronts. For the mirror, I decided to save money and just paint the same color as the vanity rather than replacing the mirror. I used a large piece of cardboard to cover the mirror and taped it in place. It was surprisingly annoying to cut this darn thing to the right size. Next, I did a light sanding and made sure I got in the crevices, then cleaned it up. After spraying my mirror, I forgot to record this part, I sprayed the backside of the vanity doors. Now it was time to just let it dry before moving on to the countertop. After taping off the vanity, I primed with the same primer I used for the shower tile and the floor tile. It's made to stick to hard to coat surfaces and worked really well for the countertop. I've linked all the supplies for you in my blog post that's in the video description below. Hey everyone, today we are painting the bathroom countertop. We've got the vanity painted an awesome Kelly green, but the black countertop just wasn't working. So we're going to paint it a faux marble. So it's going to be white with a faux marble design on top. This could easily be recreated in your own bathroom or even on your kitchen counters. Let's get started. For the faux marble design, I used a dark gray paint and a thin paintbrush. I held the paintbrush loosely and dragged it along to make a sort of wavy line. I found it works best to work in small areas, so maybe just do one line at a time. If you aren't sure where to paint, you can look up a picture of marble online and then kind of replicate it. After painting your line, squirt it with a bit of water until you see it run or start spreading. Then use the stiff bristles of a paintbrush to dab at the line. Your goal is to soften that line and make it look more like the natural veins in marble. You'll be surprised at how easy this is. The best part is if you don't like how it looks, you just simply wipe it away and start over. Allow the countertop to dry completely before you start with the resin. We used Envirotech's light pour on high gloss finish for this project. Before you start mixing, allow your bottles to sit in a bowl of warm water to reduce the amount of bubbles in the pour. Now you're ready to start mixing. I used the 32-ounce pack and had plenty to cover my vanity countertop. First, mix equal parts of the resin and hardener and mix gently for 2 minutes. Now pour from one container to another and mix gently for another minute. Now it's time to pour the resin. Gently push the resin to cover the entire surface until it drips off or covers the sides. This is why it's so important to prep and make sure everything is taped off. You can use a small brush to ensure coverage and get any drips under the edges. I also used a paint stick to help spread the resin. Keep an eye on it for the next hour or so and just continually wipe away those drips you see around the edges. After about 15 minutes, you'll see bubbles on the countertop coating. Don't freak out. Just use a handheld torch to pop the bubbles. Quickly pass the flame over the resin. Once your resin has cured, you'll have a beautiful surface for your new bathroom countertop. I was blown away at how perfectly this project turned out. I'll be adding new matte black hardware and faucet to match our new bathroom fixtures. Are you excited to see how this vanity looks in our guest bathroom? Be sure to hit the follow button so you don't miss future videos.